Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming here to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Love in Paradise Season 3 Episode 10, Mo Money, Mo Problems. So we're just going to get right on to the recap. There's quite a bit to go through just in an hour episode, so I'm going to just start with Jessica and Juan. So Jessica and Juan, they say their goodbyes. Jessica's hitting her way back to Wyoming with the kids. Her and Juan say goodbye. The thing is that Jessica does not want Juan. She mentioned that her and Juan are going to be going on another cruise together. But realistically, Jessica does not want Juan working on that cruise because of a little small infidelity that he may have had on his last cruise with that girl contacting him. Jessica loves Juan. Juan loves Jessica. I think they are the power couple this season. But she needs to let the man work. He's there for work. Yes, you're going to be flirting. I guess that's also part of the job. You can flirt a little bit. But I think Juan knows what he's doing, and he's not going to mess up being a dad because he knows he has a kid coming, and at least now he has a kid. And I forgot to mention this in the last video last week. He lost his mother. So when they announced, when they announced last week that they were pregnant, and when he started crying, he had mentioned that he had lost his mother, and he wished that his mother was there to see the joy of him becoming a father and everything. So I thought that was very emotional. So yeah, Jessica and Juan, they say their goodbyes. Jessica's on her way back to Wyoming. He's going back on that cruise. They plan on meeting up. The kids are upset saying goodbye to Juan, but I think Juan is going to be a good father because he was really good with those kids. They were a little rambunctious, but they were so sweet, and he was really respectful to her and the kids that whole time. So kudos to Juan. I like him. So yeah, that was Jessica and Juan. Next up I want to talk is Jordan and Everton. Yo, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. So Jordan and Everton, it starts off with the episode with, last week Everton told his family that he doesn't want to get married right now or anything, and that upset at Jordan and everything. And Jordan in this episode, she was still a little depressed about that, but she realized she wanted to separate the business part of it and the love part of it a little bit and try to see it a little bit in Everton's way a little bit. She was just under the assumption, her coming back to Jamaica, that they were engaged again. And she said she should have communicated that more out loud and stuff. And maybe so, but I don't know. I think why Everton didn't communicate that well, because obviously he was not being faithful, obviously, for the obvious reason. So they discuss that and they make up on that. So then they're still at Everton's parents' house, and they live like really out there down in Jamaica. So every day Everton has to go with these big jugs of water bottles and go down somewhere go down to some kind of like well to fill up the water jugs, and that's the only way to get water. They have to walk a few miles to get water every day. When I saw that, I think everybody on Pillow Talk was just like, wow, we are very privileged. We are very privileged. We have water delivered to us. We can get water just out of the tap water and everything. We are privileged. Seeing that was really emotional because, other people, the stuff that we take for granted, other people would kill to have something like that, just an easy access just to get fresh water. So Jordan and Everton went to go get the water, and Jordan was just like, this really is a culture shock. I see why Everton wants to separate the the business and our relationship, because he does want to provide a better life for his family, because they got to travel this couple miles just to get water every single day, and it's sad. It really is sad. So that's all we see for Jordan Everton. But that just them having to get that water just really was just emotional because yeah, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Next couple I want to talk is Matthew and Anna. So last week, Matthew finally told Anna that her visa is going to take a couple years. And Anna was really upset. She stormed off, went crying a little bit. So this episode, he had a dinner plan for them because they're still on that little retreat. Anna comes back. She has a like mean look in her eye, like she's not really happy. And then like she kind of did something that kind of made me mad. She turned it around on him. Matthew wants to know if she's gonna wait for him, and then she's gonna turn around and say, "Are you gonna wait for me?" And he said, "This is like my second Brazil's like my second home, and yes, I'm waiting on you and stuff like that." And then all of a sudden, Anna says, "I'm gonna be waiting for you too." But how Anna been talking lately, she's saying it's been her American dream, been her dream to get to America since she was 4 years old and stuff, and wants to be in America so bad and everything, this and that and everything. She's not giving me the best like impression. Maybe she's just saying all the right words to him, but like to the rest of us, she's not saying the best of words. Coming to like America for the right reasons. If she wants to come to America, that's fine. A lot of people do, but you have to come here for the right reasons. If you're an immigrant, now if a man brought you here, you need to be here for the man, not just because you want to be in America. If you want to just be in America, get on another visa. That's just my take on that. So I really hope. I like Matthew and Anna, but she's still a little, like I said, every week with her, she's a real party girl, and like she still has some growing up to do and stuff. And I hope if she makes it to America, that she's there for the right reasons. I don't like pulling the she just wants a green card thing. I don't like saying that. Some people are. The only person who I can really agree to say that wanted a green card so bad was Muhammad from Eva Muhammad, not Danielle Muhammad, but Eva Muhammad from last year, 90 Day Fiance. He wanted his green card really bad. So he was the only one I could say that because he made that front clear. I just want my green card and stuff and everything. So he realistically is the only one in the 90-day universe. So we had some questionable 90-dayers over the years, but he's the only one I could say he just wanted a green card, because he literally just only wanted a green card. Got here on a green card. Everybody else, it's whatever. But he was the only person I could say that wanted that. So anyway, Matthew and Anna, they made up. Everything's good for them. Great job for them. Next couple is, let's see, Scott and Lydia. So, Lydia meets up with Nicole, just they go to a little nail salon and get a pedicures and all that, get their nails done and all that, treating themselves after a breakup. I think Nicole played a big factor in this breakup because she asked Scott way too many personal questions and everything, and he just got like whoa and everything. But Scott and Lydia, they broke up over the language barrier. And then Scott has feelings for his ex-girlfriend. You see Lydia at the just reminiscing about the relationship and what he really is and stuff, whatever. Then we seen Scott. He's still on vacation in the in the DR. He decides to call his 29-year-old ex-girlfriend Liz to come out from Colombia and spend time. So we seen him and Liz come, and Scott starts crying. He's like, I missed her so much. All of a sudden, like all the stuff that he wanted to do with Lydia, he's doing now with his ex Liz. He's already back madly in love with Liz. Just quickly turned the switch right back from Lydia to Liz. And that's fine, but then it's not a good look. It was not a good look. So Liz said that they broke up because like he wanted to be too serious, and she wasn't ready for that. Well, obviously, you're 29 and he's in his 50s. Same thing with just like Anna. You're not mature enough. You're gonna break up with him because of that. Then you're not ready. You're not ready. I appreciate you for being honest, but if he wants to settle down and wants to settle down with somebody young, you got to take what you can get. But all y'all young girls, they want to be so quick to party, but they want an older man so bad, and the older man just want to settle down, and that the girl ain't going to settle down half the time. So, she said that's why they broke up, but they spend some time together. And the preview of next week, we'll see like him and her, like, see if they're gonna really, really work it out. And if she comes to the U.S., I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be another heartbreak for him. But I think Scott, obviously, I do think that Scott played Lydia. I really do. Scott really played Lydia, and I feel bad. That was really a sad scenario on that, but it is what it is. Anyway, that was Scott and Lydia. The last couple I want to talk is April and Valentine. So, the last couple weeks ago when we last saw April, she was at Valentine's house, spraying everybody with Lysol and everything. And then they had the big fuss about her not wanting to use his toilet and everything. This episode starts out with them talking. Valentine's giving her the cold shoulder because he's upset with her about that, and how April basically puts herself at a high pedestal than anybody there and stuff. And he said that he didn't like that and whatever, and she did apologize for making me I don't want them to think that I feel like I'm better than them and they're less than and everything. Okay, great for the apology. But this whole season, April has given me really snobby vibes with that. Coming in with the Lysol, and it's fine to be a germaphobe, but coming in with the Lysol, all the cleaning products, and just the way that she presented herself just did not come out respectful. You don't have to move to the DR if you have a good career here in the U.S. That's fine, but don't scream about it and don't ram it down his throat and everything. So I understand Valentine's point with all of that and how he feels and how that may depress him, because I don't know, April just gave me the worst of this whole season, just gave me the worst vibes and the most snobbish and stuck up vibes this whole season. I did not really like that. I'm glad she apologized, but so later they see April and Valentine, they go to this other place, to go to this resort in the DR, and all of a sudden Valentine disappears. He got a text from his uncle saying his uncle had to get out of town and he needed somebody to watch or feed the dog, and he just ditched April at the resort. Okay, weird, but okay. Okay, I admit that was a little weird. So the producers asked, "Where's Valentine?" And she's like, "Who the heck knows?" and everything. And then then some days have gone by, and she said she has not seen Valentine in 3 days. I mean, he's still at the uncle's house, basically. So April leaves the resort. Somehow, April has an ex-boyfriend that's in the DR that she dated 10 years ago, and they have a little car shop business down there. And miraculously, he was down there at the time that she was down there. And she met up with him to discuss her relationship with Valentine and everything and all that. And she decides to, you know what, let's go pull up with him. And so, but she wasn't slick with it. She was like, "We're coming to your uncle's house." And then Valentine texted, "Well, I'm not there, but he pinned her location." So the ex and April pull up on Valentine. He's in this weird neighborhood or whatever, and she was like, "I haven't seen him in 3 days, and I just find him on the street." So there he is. So they get on talking. Valentine says, "Yeah, I really had to have my uncle, but I wasn't eager to come back because he's still upset about that, about how she made him feel." And April was like, you know what? You ditched me. You're not a grown man. A grown man would have talked to me about his feelings, this, and that. And you're not a real man. And then they were going back and forth, and then they started talking about money and everything and all that. And then Valentine had said something about a gringo, and that she's a gringo or he a gringo, something with a gringo, and everything. And I just did it for April. She was just like, boy, bye. And she just left. She went back with the ex, and they just drove off. My opinion, like, this couple ain't gonna work. And, he's too, like, he's not mature enough. I don't think he's mature enough, and she's too snobbish and stuck up for him. I think they both got equal issues in different ways. So it's not a match. It's not a match. I don't see a connection. I think they are the worst couple this season. Behind, just like they were close to the tie with Scott and Lydia. But, this whole season with April and Valentine, I just could not get a read on them, and this episode just proved why I couldn't. So, yeah, that was Scott and Lydia. We did not see Carlos and Valentine, but we've seen everybody else. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the review. Before I go, so we got some breaking news. Well, this ain't breaking. This is like a week. We know it. I'm knowing this, but we just finished a couple weeks ago 90 Day Fiancé Season 4 The Other Way. Tell me why in a couple weeks The Other Way is coming back. Season 5 of The Other Way is coming. It'll be on Mondays instead of Sundays. We'll still have B90 on Sundays. But when Love in Paradise ends, they're bringing back The Other Way. We just wrapped up The Other Way, and now it's literally coming back. It's literally coming back. And I'm just like, wow. So I have a couple theories about that. That means either this season of Before the 90 Days is going to be extended longer, and then the next season of 90 Day Fiancé will be extended pretty long. But by the time we get to Happily Ever After, we're going to have some long extended seasons, because if they're putting The Other Way on Mondays, and they're bringing it back for two seasons of The Other Way in 1 year, and they're bringing it back like right away, basically, that tells me that we're going to have a long extended season of Before the 90 Days and 90 Day Fiancé. So before I sign off, I'm going to read you the couples and their little storylines for the new upcoming season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, which will premiere Monday, July 10th. So the first couple we got is Brandon, 23 years old, and Mary, 23 years old. Brandon is from Oregon, and Mary is from the Philippines. Brandon and Mary had never met in person, but spent every waking and sleeping hour on video calls together. Their friends and family opposed of their relationship because of their obsessive and possessive behavior, but they refused to be apart any longer. They each made extraordinary sacrifices to prove their love, and he has invested everything he has into building a new home in the Philippines. With no backup plan, Brandon is in for a rude awakening before his plane even leaves the ground. So yeah, that's Brandon and Mary. Next couple, we have a returning couple from season 4, The Other Way, and former Love in Paradise veterans, Danielle and Johan. I'm not even going to read their storyline. We just left off the tell-all with them like basically breaking up after the lease is up, and they're married. We just seen what happened this season on The Other Way with them, and we'll see how they plays out, but it's not looking good for them. So yeah, we have Danielle and Johan coming back. Another new couple we got coming. We got Holly, 44 years old from Utah, and Wayne, 40 years old from South Africa. Holly is a fairy tale obsessed barber who meets Wayne, an entrepreneur who owns his own plumbing business, on a Jehovah's Witnesses dating site. Her friends and family are concerned about her safety in South Africa because she feels the chance of finding her Prince Charming is worth the risk moving into a home that has already been broken into 3 times. I saw that in the trailer. Her mother isn't so sure and joins her to check out things out herself. And once Holly reaches South Africa, the wedding will be just over a week away. Interesting. Next couple, we have a returning couple. Everybody's fan favorites are coming back. Kenny and Armando. Kenny 60 and Armando 34. I love Kenny and Armando. They're my number one couple in the 90-day universe. They're just gonna be having. Armando wants to have a baby with Kenny. He already has a kid. Kenny already has like three kids, and he's a grandkid. I understand why Armando wants to have a kid with Kenny, but just think about it. We don't need to go into deep in that. But Kenny and Armando are coming back. I'm excited for them. They are the best couple in the 90-day universe. Glad they're coming back. And that's it for the returning couples. We have Danielle and Johan and Kenny and Armando, the returning couples. So another new couple we're meeting. We're meeting another Indian. It's called Tajawi. They call him TJ. 33 years old from India, and Kimberly, 30 years old from Alabama. Kimberly is a clairvoyant. First met her fiance TJ in a dream before falling. Met her fiance TJ in a dream before falling for him over social media. The two got engaged after spending time together in India. But she's frustrated that she's being left out of the process of the elaborate Indian wedding he's planning. Also, a potential point of contention, she's leaving behind her independent American lifestyle to move in with his more traditional family. And once she arrives in India, she learns how he's little to her. She learns just how little he's told her about his life, about that life. Interesting. But at least this Indian couple, this guy from India and her are close to the same age, 33 and 30, so there shouldn't be no age problems like we've seen with other Indian couples in the 90-day universe. So, yeah. Next couple is Kirsten, 24 years old from the Netherlands, and Julio, 27 from New York. Julio, a New York-based DJ, self-proclaimed a mama's boy, came upon Kirsten on his Instagram Explore page, and was instantly mesmerized by the Dutch beauty. After spending a week together in quarantine, he's planning on moving to the Netherlands. But first, she's coming to New York to meet his mother. Wow. And when she arrives, she's making a shocking discovery that causes them both to question their future relationship. Interesting. So yeah, Kirsten and Julio. Next, and the last couple is Sarper, 43 from Turkey, and Shekinah, 41 from LA. Shekinah and Atheistian met Sarper, a model and personal trainer, during a trip to Turkey. Their sexual chemistry was off the charts, and they both fell head over heels for each other after 2 days, just 2 days. Her family and friends have tried to warn her that he is really a playboy, and she's repeating a pattern of falling for an attractive man and ignoring the red flags. But she insists he's different. But once she's abroad, she tries to set ground rules, only for him to balk at her efforts to control him. The more time they spend together, the more shocking discoveries that are made, leading them to question how well they really know each other. So, interesting. So, yeah, guys, those are the Other Way Season 5 couples. Again, that will premiere on TLC on July 10th in a couple weeks. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my review for Love in Paradise. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on to do part 1 either tomorrow or Friday of Married at First Sight reunion, the Nashville reunion. So stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.